Hello and welcome, Pony Hair with Grogan Games, bringing you episode 4 of Oxygen Not Included. We're kicking this off at cycle 30, and let's look at where we got on our progress on the last episode. It's been a few days since I played, but we're attempting to up our concentration of gases by increasing oxygen production in the lower portion, and I believe pump it from the bathroom to the base here and get it moving around. Let's go ahead and speed time back up. Research is back at a priority 5. That works. I can do that. It appears that our gas filtration and all the other good jazz isn't exactly doing too well, but it is what it is. Alright. I think in this episode we're going to wrap up all the projects we have hanging. And see where that gets us. We do need to harvest us a little bit of food. So let's put that up at a priority 7. Get food harvested. I think we may actually require a few more facilities in the way of food growing. I'm not for sure though. We do have a project set to pump out polluted oxygen. Pump it into the bathroom here, but I'm really debating if that plan is actually going to come to fruition or not. Man, one thing I do want to do, I do believe, is put a gas permeable tile from all this polluted air here and carbon dioxide, because I do believe we have the gas permeable. We do. So let's get one there. I don't know what to do. I'm new. Alright. So we'll throw a gas permeable there and see where they get on that. We've got a little bit of stress building up. Jaeger, Foxy, then Podrick. So let's go ahead and throw Jaeger. Let's go ahead and throw Foxy. Go ahead and get them rolling with all of that. I don't see any purpose yet in taking any of these duplicates. We're doggy paddling, keeping our head above water with what we got. It's not the greatest, but, you know, it could be a lot worse. For foods, what do we have for foods? Oh, that's right, it's on this side. 8,500 kilocalories, plus we do have some foods there. We do have a lot of open space over here, and that's probably not a very good thing. Oh, wow. So, the end of the first night in this episode, they actually woke up part of the way through the evening because they didn't have, what is that stuff called that you need to breathe? That whole jazz. Yeah, they didn't have enough of that, so that's not good. That is not very good at all. So we're going to output just plain oxygen. Excellent. Let's look at, I think F7's our piping, so it looks like pretty much all of our piping is squared away. Plumbing. The plumbing gas pipe. Alright, so we need you there. Okay. I don't know if this is a sustainable source, but what's the worst that can happen? The colony dies a horrific death of suffocation, which is the way it's going. I probably need to do a much better job securing my gases into the places they need to be, but, you know, tomato, tomato, guys. Tomato, tomato. Let's look at our power overlay. I still don't know if our jumper is there. Wire bridge connected. Okay. Why? Alright, so my question right now, let me slow this down, is why... alright, so let's go to a 6 on all of that. I want this to be more important than research, for sure. This definitely needs to be more important than research. Instead of actually upping that to a 6, let's take our research down to a 4. There we go. Let's reprioritize things and get people squared away with what they're trying to do. Again, these guys are going to be waking up in the middle of the night because I don't think our oxygen generation is going to be sufficient yet. The morbs are not doing the trick. Our second power system looks like it's all squared away, good to go. So once we start getting power generated there, we'll have the power system that facilitates the redistribution of clean oxygen. So let's see kind of where that goes. I don't know how that's going to work out. We are looking a little rough on oxygen production. Dang it. We're pumping all this other stuff back into the room. We don't care. And actually, We could pump the carbon dioxide to the bottom in a separate piping system. I'm almost thinking that's the way to go about this, to build a second pump here. I don't know. Because we're just going to build high concentrations. But, that's right, gas permeable tile. That's what we wanted to do here. We wanted a gas permeable tile here. Let's go ahead and prioritize that up to like a 9. Because that gas permeable tile will allow the carbon dioxide from this room to process down into the sump. And once that's completed, allow the oxygen to rise. Oh man, we need algae. Bad. Let's slow stuff down. Make sure it's nice and slow. Prioritize digging of the algae. So prioritize you at a 7. Get that algae out of there. Oxalite and algae up here. So we could, in theory, ladder. We're gonna put you at a 6 because you've got slightly higher priority, and then just build you all the way up. I don't really want to try to pump this oxalite, oxygen, oxalite, whatever. Man, I got this wide open, and that was probably a really bad idea. That's why we're losing so much in the way of gases, I do believe, because I got this top area wide open. So let's go ahead and put you at a priority 9 and get you in. Alright, maybe these adjustments will help us keep our gases a little more well captured. I don't know. And we're into the night. Got a moderate amount of breathable air. The morbs are making us polluted oxygen. Whether that helps or not, I don't know. Batteries are down over here, so we're not really getting efficient power distribution. Excellent. Yeah, we've got to get this box squared away. This box is kind of... door squared away. That door, I think, is going to be instrumental. And let's go ahead and put another airlock right on the other side there. This should allow for capture of gases. And I don't know how we're looking on resources, but I'm kind of thinking go ahead and pump the oxygen out of there. But we're going to wait and see, because, God bless, it's got the highest concentration of it. Let's hold it there, just for now. I don't really like it, but we'll try it anyway. I don't think this plan up here is going to work, guys. And the reason I say that is strictly for the fact that one morb, I don't think is going to provide enough polluted oxygen. I think we need to come down here to this slime and allow this slime to produce what we want. So basically, we would be copying... Let's go ahead and cancel all this. This is stupid. Why did I even try to do that? Alright, so... let's cancel all this. Alright, we'll screw around with that later. That'll have to be an issue for another time. We've got moderate toxicity around the base. We're starting to power up the gas. Which button's gas? Man, we're not getting a whole lot in the way of breathable oxygen out of that. We're finally getting algae to repump all of that. That's good. That's good. We need power now for the... Alright, let's go ahead and disable you. If we produce our oxygen from the bottom... Reject all. If we produce our oxygen from the bottom, life could be a little better here. Let's set you... not 35. Put you at 50. And you're at 65. Just kind of back and forth. So Jaeger should be jumping back and forth between them. We're going to stick Poderick on a table. Okay, who's the next one after Poderick? Is Jaeger and then Foxy. I think we're looking good. Alright, 6,500 kilocalories. The little bit of food that we're growing seems to be working. But I am going to go ahead and set up some planter boxes. Just at a number 5 priority. We're going to build it out of dirt. Oh, no, it... Oh, select cultivable... Okay, I get it. Select the soil. Aha. I'm learning. Alright, so we're selecting the soil that's going to go in it, whether it's sand or dirt. We got plenty of dirt. Now, I don't know if these morbs are actually going to keep things squared away for us long enough. I don't know. I really don't think so. Alright, we actually need more people on power generation. We need everybody on power generation. We need to look at the priority of power generation. It's only at a 5. It needs to be at a 7. At least a 7. power generation should be a pretty high priority thing. Long-term oxygen production is kind of a concern here. So if any of you guys out there have ideas of ways we can secure ourselves some additional oxygen creation resources, it's greatly appreciated. Well, we got a little bit of clean oxygen coming out in the air vent there, which is good. I mean, this isn't a perfect system, but I'm trying to do the best I can here. Let's go ahead and deconstruct buildings. We don't want to deconstruct the pipes, just the buildings. So we deconstruct all of that, and then we're going to place a tile here, which we won't be able to do. So let's have them bust all that out. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Cool. And we're going to prioritize this tile real quick to a 9. Because what we don't want is this gas trap here. And, I mean, we're going to have a high concentration there, but it is what it is. Stress is coming up. We're going to go ahead and put Jaeger and Foxy on the beds here. Let them do their thing. Gas permeable tile should be... the polluted oxygen is rising, but also we're getting good decent oxygen in there. Which I don't know if I really want, but it is what it is right now. Well, it looks like we're starting to get a hold of what we're doing here. I'm going to further reinforce that by going ahead and queuing up some priority 8 items here, one being an airlock here and here. Tiles. And let's... They should be able to build up to here. Okay, I'm tracking. Maybe that'll work? Oh, man, I don't even know. Man. Who's got the last bit of stress? It's Podrick. I guess he can chill with that. Alright, let's prioritize... this to an 8. Oh, no. 8. I said 8! I said 8, game. Yeah, because the sooner we close this top area in... We should have done that quite a long time ago. Whatever. I'm not so good at this game. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. We only lost one person so far, so there's that. We've got polluted oxygen being made. We have a really bad power situation. We are actually going to go ahead and start setting up to accept another dupe, even though we're not entirely ready for it yet. We've got a lot of projects sitting around that haven't been, maybe priority 7 to harvest. We got a lot of projects that aren't stifled. Are you stifled? No, you're ready for harvest. Okay, why haven't you been harvested? Harvest? Interesting. Yeah, they're having trouble breathing. That's not good news. That's bad news bears right there. But that's going to contribute to the stress of the group, and it is what it is. Alright, harvest remaining 1. Maybe that's why it's saying harvest remaining 1. Hopefully I didn't, like, kill everything on there. I don't know if it's, you know, the plants are like, you know, plants here on Earth. And, you know, I don't know if they inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. If they did, that would be pretty phenomenal. We do have a concentration of polluted oxygen here, but I don't know why or where it came from. I don't know. So we need algae. We're only running 2 things with algae right now, and it seems to be keeping us somewhat honest. I mean, let's be straight here. It's not the greatest situation in the world. Carbon dioxide is flowing down into the sump. What does our temperature look like down here? I kinda actually want build a bunch of batteries right down here so I can start dropping polluted water down there and boil it. See what happens. I mean, if it gets hot enough, we'll see. I don't know. I'm still figuring all this out, guys. I have a water purifier. I do have the stuff to do the showers and the lavatories. The lavatory. So I could do a shower and a lavatory, but what I don't know is how that's going to affect this setup I have here, and if this setup here is even worth having. I mean, I hate to say it, but I do believe with the compost and spider brat, that's why the morb is in here. And with the morb being in here, and the morbs keep coming in and doing their thing, man, this is going to make or break us. I don't really think we have the resources to support an additional duplicate. I really don't. If we blocks this off, we might, actually. I don't know. We're hitting a somewhat breathable concentration up here in the bedroom area. The oxygen is not... it's hitting maximum gas pressure. Huh. Interesting, interesting. So it can only output as fast as the terrarium is converting. I would like to see this oxygen rise a lot faster. What do we got? Let's call you Death Dealer 87, and let's take on an additional duplicate. It's probably a really bad idea, but let's go ahead and prioritize the construction of this cot to a 9. And I just realized we're not going to be able to close any of this off until we finish these ladders, so these guys have to make the ladder a higher priority. There we go, there we go. Get them done, guys. We need this done so we can finish this corner. Alright, excellent. So once we get this corner closed in, I think we're going to have a higher concentration of air to utilize. Where are we at on our research? We're working on percolation, which would get us the air scrubber and the electrolyzer. Okay. So with the electrolyzer and the air scrubber, we do have a supply of clean water. We could pump it through a system, but I think that's going to be a next episode thing, is the air production and hydrogen management and all that. We're making some good progress on where we were going last time. We finished up our morb air production system here, which for better or for worse, it kind of works. I can't tell you if it works very well, but I mean, we are getting a few mixed results on air coming out. I just wonder if piping the air from the slime would be the way to do it. So basically have a pipe piped into here, so that way the polluted oxygen comes out of here. I'll break kind of down what I'm talking about here, because we'll pause it. So what I'm talking about is having a separate pipe come out of here and tap in to where this polluted oxygen is. Alright. And then this, I do believe, builds... It should emit... So I think the slime emits polluted oxygen. If that's the case, then we would pump it up this hose into this vent to come out. Then it would get cleaned by the air deodorizer, and then, you know, moved out along the base via this, pumped out here, should go up there. I don't know. It's a thought. Taking the polluted oxygen, pumping it into here to be cleaned by an air scrubber. I don't know. It may work. It may not work. I might be an idiot, but it's kind of the best idea I have going on right now. So biggest concern is this large carbon dioxide deposit here. You kind of have to dig around it, which I guess I could reroute this piping, and let's look at how we would do that. So we would do, let's put this priority like way down there. So we've got this all knocked down to a priority 1, but this is kind of what I'm thinking for my slime generation system here. And this would make polluted oxygen, so we have to dig out everything that wasn't overly important. We could actually put a ladder in here, because that would matter a lot. And then we probably put... So we would want to keep this area here as low as possible on the food chain. Or small, sorry, as small as you could possibly get it. And yeah, I think that could work. I don't know how much this slime generates as far as polluted oxygen. We're kind of low on food coming up. Cycle 39, so we got one more cycle left in the episode. We've got to set the mealwood. Let's go ahead and plant on all this. One thing I really don't want is a stupid crap ton of overabundance of food. That's not really that good. Dig is pending there. We've got algae. Okay, so that's not really a high priority. Cool. We're moving along. We do have what is going to be our polluted oxygen induction system, in theory, down to like a 1 priority. I don't really want these. Oh, there's a few things that aren't. Let's go ahead and, you know, hey, I don't want them getting to that right now. I don't want them messing with it, touching it. Otherwise, we've got time. There's a lot of polluted oxygen up here, and why? That's what I don't get. Let's put a gas permeable tile from all this polluted air here. Polluted because the polluted oxygen rises. Alright, I'm tracking. I am tracking. So, really, this area we cut out of here is gonna kick us. Shoot us, kick us. This area we cut out up here for the lavatory and all that is really gonna come back and bite us. Because all of our oxygen is actually rising through this gas permeable and into this room, which we definitely don't want. So let's go ahead and deconstruct you. Let's go ahead and insert a priority 9 tile right here. Come on, 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 boom. All right. That works for that. We'll go ahead. I kind of hate to do it, but what is this? Low atmospheric pressure stifled. All right, well, I don't really care. Dig. Dig, 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 dig you. Dig you. There we go. Dig those up. We're going to go ahead and tile the rest of the room up. We're going to go ahead and make sure we get an airlock in this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and tile that up. Alright, we're going to send these duplicates away. We're not doing too good as is, so we definitely don't need more people, more mouse feed. We're down to 2,000 kilocalories. Gosh, just 1 extra mouth and we're just about cleared out. That's not good. That's not very good at all. Wow. Somebody fell asleep in the poopy area. Interrupted sleep. What? Light wounds? Light wounds? What? Tired, grimy. I'm actually really glad that this is coming to an end because I will tell you what, man, this has been a rough episode. We've got somewhat a higher concentration than we used to. Oh. Let's go ahead and drop some gas permeables, I guess. Start getting carbon dioxide flow. With the exception of these ladders, I don't need... We can go ahead and deconstruct pretty much all these ladders. We don't really need them. God. Well, it's safe to say that our plans and our systems aren't working too well. But here we are coming up on the end of cycle 39 into cycle 40. This is the conclusion of episode 4. Jaeger's pretty well starving. We took that extra duplicate we probably shouldn't have. We made quite a bit of progress. Interrupted sleep because we're not having enough oxygen production at this juncture. Not a good thing. We're pretty well screwed. We do have the option of turning on this deoxidizer, which we're going to do. We're going to put you up at an 8. We're going to enable you. This is going to pump a little extra air into our base at the cost of increased algae consumption. We have the plans made for a polluted oxygen farm utilizing the slime down here. We're going to see how that works out probably in the next episode. We are moving on our way towards the research required. We're going to go ahead and put research back up at priority 5. Oh, man, we got dupes, like, hanging out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how this is going to work. But we are going to possibly in the next episode move on to the water production. We'll see where this goes. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any suggestions, because it really looks like our colony is about to crap the bed, which is not a good thing. But yeah. If you like what you see, hit the like. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this series. Subscribe to support the channel. And until next time, this is Pony here with Grog and Games. This was Oxygen Not Included. Signing off.